syndicator that we have here at Helping Our Music Evolve. It allows us to go multicast to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, or any other RTMP feed simultaneously. It's really cool. What's up, Maddie McD? Up on the Instagram. Give me a thumbs up, Maddie D, if you can see me and you can hear me out there and I'm all synced up close enough. I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah. Taking a bite of this here apple. Come on. Oh, it's so sweet. We're good, right? What's up, guys? Falcone here, live from Helping Our Music Evolve in East Nashville, Tennessee, for another episode of Falcone Fridays. Today, I'm here with Serge.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Serge? What's up, guys? Logan in the house. So's Reed. What's up, Reed? We're going to be working on a track today for 60-minute mix challenge. Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about the track, Serge?
Yeah, I wrote this one probably about, you want me to, I'm sure there's a gate on it. Yeah. I wrote this one about, oh my goodness, all the apples are going on the, okay. About 6 months ago, and then recently teamed up with the talented Paula Proctor. Check her stuff out. And she wrote the melody and the lyrics for this track, and we're just about wrapping up mixing and mastering on it, and then see where we can do with it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Falcone does with it. I might steal some techniques from him for this one, so yeah.
And that's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. Take all my experience that I put all the hard work into and just take it all for yourselves. That's the economy we live in nowadays. Shout out to Telefunken for this awesome M80 microphone. One of my favorite go-to microphones. Crisp, clear, and always cuts through the mix. So, let me open up my timer here. And set the time for 1 hour. Hit start here, and here we go. So press play from the beginning so you guys can get a sense of what's happening.
Short breath, slow steps, lonely, low depth, wrong step, falling,
We got
wrong turn, strong burn, lighting, sweet words whisper, with the flames you started in me, feel the burn calling for me, with the flames you started in me, feel the burn calling for me, and now I know the fire started in me, and now I know I can barely breathe. Back bends, cold sweats crippling.
cool. So that's the vibe we are working with right there. Just want to double check everything's cool here audio-wise. Probably can't hear me quite yet. Yeah, you should be able to hear me just fine. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start this here. I'm going to put my mic on mute, I guess, and kind of just dive in. Usually how I like to start is kind of setting up some of my parallel chains here. This is a real ambient track, so I don't have to make it as punchy and hard as most things. So I'm going to try to, I guess how I'm going to approach this is to kind of keep the vibe that's already there and just kind of enhance that a little bit. So again, I like to start from the bottom up. So I'm going to get my kick kind of planted and then keep it going.
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting, sweet words whisper. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe. Back bends, cold sweats crippling. Time and intense gripping.
So what I'm doing right here is I'm using clip gain here to turn up the volume of the original sample that he sent me, just so I can get my gain structure correctly. So again, that's the most important thing when mixing, is getting your gain structure proper. So I just added some gain here to the clip directly. You can hear this is what it was before,
Calling for me.
real low. So I'm gonna just give it about 10 dB of gain. And then I added about 5 dB of drive to the NLS channel.
Calling for me, calling for me.
And I did some routing before I started here, just so I didn't have to go through all that process again. And I just did my kick parallel track and a kick bus. So
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting, sweet words whisper. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe. Back bends, cold sweats crippling.
all right, so I'm gonna kind of work on this vocal a little bit too. There's not a lot going on in the track, so I'm just gonna dive into it first.
Side twist, mind kiss, burning. Head breaks, mistakes, drowning. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames that just started in me, that just started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I
So I don't think the 1176 is going to be the one. I'm going to go to LA3A and see what that sounds like.
And now I know.
I'm going to try to find the loudest part and see.
I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe.
Okay, that sounds good for right there. And I'm going to do a parallel track here real fast. So I'm going to set that up.
I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe. Night break.
So I'm going to make a vocal main bus now. Rename this vocal main bus.
Skin shake.
And I'm going to bus both of these tracks here, the parallel and the original, to that track here. So I can rename this lead para track and then lead main.
Now I know.
And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to compress the parallel track here a little more than I normally would on a regular track, just so I can kind of get more of the character of the voice to come out. And since it's kind of soft, I'm going to try to use RVox because it's kind of a simple plugin. So
Now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe. Night breaks, cold face, hold me. Skin shakes, deep. And now I know. The fire started in me.
I'm going to EQ it a little bit too. I'm going to go to the SSL channel.
I know. I can barely breathe. Back bends, cold sweats, crippling. Time and intense gripping. Side twist, mind kiss, burning. Head breaks, mistakes, drowning. With the flames just started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames that just started in me, that just started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. And now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know.
Cool. I'll kind of show you a difference between the before and after kind of vocal. So I'll turn all this off here.
Short breaths, slow steps, lonely. wrong step falling.
And I'm also going to send this out, the vocal bus real quick. Solo safe it. I'm going to add this plugin real quick.
With the flames you started in me, started in me.
I'll activate the plugins again.
Calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started.
You can kind of hear the artifacts of the tuning that happened. He was using Logic's built-in tuner, and I guess it has some artifacts when you don't kind of set it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. So just disregard all that. But that's something to look forward to, or out for when you're actually tuning your vocals, because you can see now that it might not have been as so obvious before when it was low in the track and there was no processing. But as soon as you start getting your gain structure correctly, getting everything up and loud and in your face, you start to hear those artifacts that have been added due to the tuning process. So always keep an ear out for that. So
short breath, slow steps, lonely.
this is without the parallel.
Low depth, wrong step falling. Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words.
Go ahead and add a gate to this track here.
With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flame.
And I like to use this Pultec EQ to cut frequencies versus adding it. It does, to me, does a better job cutting frequencies.
Short breath, slow steps, lonely. Low depth, wrong step falling. Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whispered. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me.
I'm going to go to our handy dandy C6 real quick.
And now I know.
And then solo this.
Short breath, slow steps, lonely. Low depth, wrong step falling. Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whispered. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me.
Cool, that sounds good on our vocals. So let's see what else we have in their check. Kind of blend that in.
Short breath, slow steps, lonely. Low depth, wrong step falling. Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whispered. With the flames you started in me, started started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me.
And this might be cool actually to use a little bit of Vocal Rider, which is a really cool plugin by Waves here. Because it's a really dynamic part, but I want to keep those dynamic parts. So what I'm going to do is, instead of squashing it and getting it more in your face, I'm going to use it on the parallel track to kind of just ride the vocal. Keep it up there.
Short breath, slow steps, lonely, low depth, wrong step.
Oops.
Short breath, slow steps, lonely, low depth, wrong step, falling, wrong turn, strong burn, lighting, sweet words whisper, with the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe. Back bends, cold sweats, crippling. Time and intense gripping. Side twist, mind kiss, burning. Head breaks, mistakes, drowning. With the flames just started in me, started in me. Feel the
Cool. So now I'm going to set up a reverb here for the vocal track, since we got everything sounding good and so far. So I'm going to send it from the main lead vocal track here. And then I made a new bus up here called Verb, and I'm going to assign it to this 13 and 14. I'm going to rename it Verb. Here we go.
short breath, slow steps, lonely, low depth, wrong step, falling, wrong turn, strong burn, lighting, sweet words whisper, with the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe.
All right, that's kind of cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a delay on the vocal as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that delay through the reverb. So then when the reverb or the delay is regenerated, it also goes through the reverb, making the reverb tail longer, but doesn't necessarily cloud up the main vocal. So that's what I'll do now. I'm going to rename this delay, and this is the tempo 71, right? 71. So I'll go ahead and change Pro Tools tempo to 71, and then we should be able to use our quarter note delay here. Oh, just ran out of CPU power. That doesn't make sense. What? That don't make any sense. Hold on, let me shut off 8's verb real quick, but that shouldn't really do anything. Voila! Did it just not like that I changed the tempo? I bet that was it. Let's see if I go back to 120. Weird. All right, I'm gonna restart Pro Tools, y'all. Oh, there's Wilson. What's up, Wilson? 35 minutes in. Come on, Pro Tools. I'm going to eat this apple.
If Pro Tools after you've been mixing for 35 minutes, you're not doing it.
That's right.
It happens in Logic.
I think it has to do something with the fan or something that kicks on there. I don't know. My computer's also on the fritz, so. Hey, I'm healthy, y'all. See that? Eat your fruits and veggies. I also have, you guys care about my diet.
Like your new single, man.
Peanuts and date bars from Trader Joe's, and air crisp roasted cauliflower on deck with 2 apples. Yes.
I just found out about that last night.
Killer, right?
Blown away.
They're so cool.
10-minute chicken and stuff.
Yeah, so cool. So we're talking about the Ninja Foodie here. It's an air crisper, a pressure cooker, a baker, a roaster, all in one.
Hey, they're sponsoring this.
Come on. Yeah, so if Ninja, if you're out there, we could definitely use more foodies, and we will show people how to use it, because I can make anything in that within 20 minutes, and it's fantastic. So I'm excited to share. So let's see if Pro Tools loves us today, and we'll get back to it. Horse shit. No. Thanks, Pro Tools. We love you. All right, I'm going to call this Ableton 2. Sometimes you got to trick Pro Tools and like open it up and then make a whole new session and import session data and just import everything into a whole new session, because for some reason that session got corrupted or doesn't work anymore, or just farts on you like you're experiencing with us right now. So I'm going to try to do that and import it into a new session and see what happens there. So this is perfect. This is part of the mixing process. Imagine you're 12, 13, 14 hours into a mix and you're hearing everything perfectly, and all of a sudden this happens. What do you do? So here we go. Let's try this and see if Pro Tools likes us. So we're going to call Falcone Fridays Take 2, and then my crazy naming scheme here. 44.1, 32-bit. Create. All right, so that looks like it's working fine here. I press play. We're good there. And I can go to 71 BPM because that seems like that was the issue last time. So we go like this. Input session data. We go to the documents folder. I go date modified. I go to the first Falcone Fridays. I go to the session. And then I select here everything, add it to a new track. Link to source where possible. No, we want to copy from source media. So then if it's on another drive and that drive leaves your machine, all the audio files stay within the session folder. So a very important thing to check there. So I'm going to hit OK. And we're going to restore all these tracks into this session and see if Pro Tools likes us or not. Or is it going to do the same thing? It's going to do the same thing. Yeah, like that. Maybe it's just copying the audio over. Maybe my computer just needs to be restarted. I'm going to try one more time. Probably just wants to be restarted, so that's what I'm going to do, guys. Stay with me. So anybody hear any good jokes lately? Yep. You hear about this one that Pro Tools actually never crashes? That's a good joke.
Did you hear that?
That's a great joke. So it's a rainy day here in Nashville. But thank God for solid state drives because my computer is restarted already. Come on. All right, come on. Another cool trick, just in case a plugin is causing that issue, if you open up the Pro Tools session holding Shift, it will deactivate all the plugins. So we're going to try that too and see just in case if a plugin is causing that issue. So I'm going to open up the original here, hold Shift, and you'll see it go open up. It says some inputs are missing. Open up I/O. Let's see. Wonder if that was our issue. All right, so there was that. So let's go ahead and yes. So now I'm going to reactivate everything. by holding Command, Option, Control, and clicking on the plugin.
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet, 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 sweet.
Oh, so I missed it. Okay. I'm going to redo something here. I'm going to go ahead and make this 15 and 16. I'm going to make. So now we're back, y'all. So something must have. H-Verb is a very, 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 very heavy plugin on the CPU. So.
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whisper. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know.
So things I like to do sometimes would be like filter out some of the frequencies that before it actually hits the delay versus filtering it after the delay, or actually filtering the delay. So I'm filtering what goes into the delay. So I'm going to do that real quick. I really don't need much. I can just use something like the Q2 here from Wave.
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whisper. With the flames you started in me, started in me.
And sometimes I like to also kind of compress what goes in there too, so I can keep it nice and tight. And I'll probably just use L1 for that, and I'll use a limiter so I can kind of really control the dynamic.
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whisper. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe. Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting. Sweet words whisper. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me, calling for me. With the flames you started in me, started in me. Feel the burn calling for me.
And I've done this on some other songs as well. So what I'm going to do here is attempt to do it. It doesn't do it as well as Ableton does it, but I'm going to make it the best I can. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm trying to sidechain the a compressor on the delay so that when the vocal hits the delay, it actually compresses it when the dry signal's there and only opens when the dry signal stops, so that for that main vocal can cut through. And you can always hear it, and the delay doesn't kind of mask it or like fall on top of it as much.
Wrong turn, strong burn, lighting, sweet words whisper, with the flames you started in me, feel the burn calling for me, with the flames you started in me, feel the burn calling for me, and now I know the fire started in me, and now I know I can barely breathe. Back bends, cold sweats crippling, time and intense gripping, side twist, mindless burning, head breaks, mistakes drowning, with the flames you started in me, feel the burn calling for me, with the flames that just started in me, feel the burn calling for me, and now I know the fire started in me, and now I know I can barely breathe.
All right, so again, a lot of this would have to be vibe and feeling and really getting into zone and kind of get a balance on all these. Again, just trying to do as fast as I possibly can and try to get a vibe. That's kind of what I'm hearing as far as vocal texture. Now, I'll probably EQ the reverb a little more and kind of let that be a little warmer. I can take off this 12-bit.
And now I know
And I might want to actually put a limiter on the main vocal itself, so I'll probably do that over here on this. Do that here on the bus, just so I can keep it a little tighter.
and now I know the fire started in me, and now I know I can barely breathe.
So you can hear how it gets dynamic there. I just want to get even a little more tighter. I'm going to use this 1176 and see what happens.
And now I know the fire started in me, and now I know I can barely breathe.
So that's probably not going to be the move. I'm going to go to the R comp. See what we get.
And now I know, and now I know
Go back to that section.
And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe.
So that's getting a little tighter.
And now
So I'll bypass these two plugins and see if you can hear the difference.
And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe.
I'll activate them.
And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe. And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe.
Attacks and vocals. Listen. Like, how do you know to go fast versus attacks, specifically on vocals?
So multiple stages of compression. So first, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to beef up the sound with the compressor so it doesn't sound like it's compressing it. So that's what the LA3A is doing. And then from that point, I'm gonna try, and that's trying to get the character out of the voice. And then everything from that is going to be then to control the dynamic. So I'll choose a faster attack because this is so dynamic that it's coming out, and I'm trying to control it in a way that it's stopping it, but it's not too quickly. It's not squashing it. So I'm trying to find a attack point to where it'll kick in and then it'll compress, but you don't necessarily hear it. And like that's where I end up between like 13 milliseconds to like 23 milliseconds is a good range. And then like maybe double that relief.
And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe.
I mean, even there you hear it a little bit.
And now I know the fire started in me.
So I'm just trying to hit it a little bit. So like my ratio is like what, 1.88 to 1, you know, with a 17 millisecond, 18 millisecond attack, 15 millisecond release.
And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know I can barely breathe.
So I was just trying to keep it in that box, a tight little box.
And now I know.
Let's go to a snare drum real quick.
And now I know the fire started in me. And now I know
See, there's one of those times where you add 15 dB at 10K.
And now I know.
Because I'll bypass it.
And now
We're talking on the snare drum here. Let me solo safe my drums. Right, and then without it, and then with it, and then in context.
and now I know.
And now with it.
And now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe. Night breaks, cold face, hold me. Skin shakes,
All right, we're gonna go to the bass real quick, and I'm gonna do what I love to do here is go to this plugin here called Camel Crusher, and then I'm going to send a bus here. I'm gonna go to 1718. I'm gonna rename that bus because Nathan Adam likes that, so I'll do it for you, Nathan. Bass para, and then that's there.
and now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe. Night breaks, cold face, hold me. And now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe.
All right, we're gonna do our trick again, where I'm gonna take my kick drum out of the kick drum bus here. So I'm gonna make another one and just call that rename kick trigger bus 21. So there's that, and then I'm gonna make this bus trigger. So this is a C6 that is on the bass, and I'm gonna sidechain the kick to the bass.
And now I know. The fire started in me. And now I know. I can barely breathe.
Let me just group these kicks real quick. Get a little balance going.
And now I know if I started.
All right, guys, I'm going to turn up my... I'm going to bypass my microphone and this compressor real fast so I can blast the speakers a little louder so I can dial in the low end a little bit better. Yeah, I wanna get 30 hertz to really rumble out of this bass. So I'm gonna do some crazy EQing and seeing what I can do real quick because I know we're probably running out of time. So give me a second. really can't hear me. So I was saying that's pretty much what we have for this hour. I'll do that again a little before and after. This is all about vibe, and clearly it's a very vibey track, so it's a different approach, and I was trying to do the best I can to make it sound cool and interesting and stay true to the vibe within an hour. So we got close, but what I would normally do if I wasn't being so technical and trying to teach everyone would be really, you know, put headphones on and really get centered and try to really focus in on the vocal and then have everything else wrap around it. So at this stage, you're just witnessing me beef up the sounds, try to get them out and in your face as much as possible by while retaining that dynamic to what's going on. So I'll play a little before and after. I'll bypass all the plugins and I'll play it for you. So here's it without anything, just where the levels of the faders are. I'll activate the plugins.
And now I know I can barely breathe.
So there you go, a little before and after. Serge, thank you so much, brother,
Yeah, thank you.
for your track. So that's it for Falcone Fridays today. Tune in next week. We'll have another surprised guest. We're here at Helping Our Music Evolve here in East Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to Wilson for coming by. I didn't even say hi to him yet, but he's back there chilling. Shout out to Reed over here for kicking it with us. And, of course, thank you guys for tuning in and checking this out every week. So till next time. I got to come up with some catchphrase or something. I don't know. Yeah.
How many people are watching that?
Not sure. Did we Twitch it this time or no?
Yeah, you do.
Sweet.
Your streams at a time.
Sucks. Gonna do? I don't know. Yeah, probably. We're still streaming on Twitch. Yep. Shout out to Twitch. What's up? I'm eating an apple.
What is Twitch?